Hello everyone, you know how we do, you know how we be. It's your girl, Ellie Lee, and today, actually, is my first ever YouTube video. It is going to be Q&A, but I am going to be filming on my phone because I haven't got a camera as of yet. So I have written down all of the questions on a piece of paper. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And let's see. What's my body count? And I also got another question saying, how was your first time? So my body count is 0. I am a virgin. So my first time is just not there. I can't speak on it because I don't know what it was or what it's gonna be like. So I have had people that have accused me of lying. Why would I lie? It makes no sense. If I wasn't a virgin, I would say it with my chest up. Like, no, I'm not. Why would I lie? So believe me or what is your most embarrassing moment? I wouldn't say I have an embarrassing moment, just a time that I regret, which also ties into another question which I'll answer now, which was do you regret anything? I do regret this one time in high school, and basically this group, like, I was fine. I went to the toilet, I think, and then my friend was like, oh no, she wasn't my friend at the time actually. She was like, Ellie so wants you. So I came out of the toilet, and then they was asking me these questions. I was fine, wasn't bothered, saying everything with my chest, answering what they wanted to know. But then it was lesson time, so I was walking to lesson. Well, I was on my own, walking to lesson, and then this girl came out of nowhere and went, oh yeah, she's a, and called me a name. Like, you know, I think girls know when you get called that name, whether you are or you are not. It just makes no sense. Like, especially when you're not, when you know you're not, because that name that she called me represents someone who gets about. I mean, I've had 2 relationships and I'm a virgin. Makes 0 sense, honey. So I mean, you carry on drinking your wine on the park at Echo Falls. I'll stay at home. I'm a homebody, honey. We're not like. So yeah, that happened, and I just kind of walking. What? Does that mean? So yeah, I just kind of walking to my lesson, and the fact was as well, I stood outside my lesson, and my friend came up to me and she hugged me close. So she knew that I was angry, upset, whatever, annoyed. So she hugged me, but it made it look like I was crying. So that's the time that I regret, because if it was me now, boy, I would have turned around and I would have said something to her like, excuse me, who do you think you are calling that name? I don't even associate with you anymore. No need for it, really. Yeah, I just wish I'd have said something back, like backed myself up a little bit more, do you know what I mean, instead of walking away and making it look like I was fazed by her. And the fact was as well that the whole corridor was full, because you know how it is in high schools when there's a little bit of confrontation on the corridor and everyone stops still and thinks, oh, there's going to be a scrap, there's going to be a fight. So that's how it was for me. Everyone was just stood there deking me out, deking us out, thinking it's going to be a fight with the phones out.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I was embarrassed. So that happened, and that's the most time, well, that's the only time that I regret actually. I don't really have any embarrassing or regretting moments. Just that one thing. I try living life to the fullest, live life to no regrets, but I mean, that came out of how do you cope with haters? To be fair, I don't really think there's a strategy on how to cope with them. I just think ignore them, don't let them get to you. With me, nah, you don't faze me, because half of the haters are on anonymous accounts. Like, what? You're hard. So I just think if you're gonna hate on someone, at least back it up with your own account. Like, don't go spending 2 minutes of your own time signing up to a new account just to say something bad. You're right. So that's how I cope. Everything just goes over my head. However, if it was if I got a hate comment from someone who meant the world to me, or someone who I had feelings for, or someone who I respected and for, they'd never do anything like that to me. They had respect for me, do you know what I mean? That would get to me so much, that would literally hurt me to the max, because I'd be thinking, hold on, you're supposed to respect me, like me, whatever me, but yet you can say something as horrible as that. That's what gets to me the most. Whether we're just on speaking terms, don't call me out of my name. Don't say anything that you know is going to regret, that you know you're going to regret later, and that you know I'm not going to like. Like, think before you speak. What are your turn-offs and ons? I think for me, my turn-off is a boy that is not really independent, like who relies on his boys, for example. I don't care with him being close with his male friends, but I'm just saying, like, someone who's always like, oh, can you come pick me up, or can you come with me to so-and-so's place? Like, what? Go on your own, hop in your own whip and drive there yourself. I don't like that. I like a boy that's got everything for himself, that can cope for himself. So then when I get into a relationship, say with that boy, for example, he's already got everything, I've got everything of my own, we've got our separate stuff, and then in the relationship we won't feel like claustrophobic. Another turn off is someone who doesn't take care of the skin, or just themselves really, who doesn't really care for what they look like, how they dress, you know, the facial, like the hair, like, what? Like, I feel like some girls rate that. Like, it's for me anyway, some girls like the fact that they take care of the hair. Well, how can you take care of your hair? Yeah, take care of your hair, get a trim every now and then, do whatever you need to do with it, your face, wash it. Like, I feel like it's an expectation, like, you should wash it. Like, you're probably wondering why you get spots, but I mean, do you wash your face? That's the question. But I mean, some people can't help it. I'm not judging, obviously, like, that's them, they cannot help it. But I just don't like them boys who know how to stay clean but just choose not to. I don't think that's attractive in my eyes. I don't like that at all. And also a guy that doesn't like to smell nice. Like, I like blue jeans, dupe. I don't just like comfort or just the smell of nothing. How are you so positive? To be fair, it depends what scenario I'm in. Say if I'm sat on my own and I'm just doing work or just chilling on my own, I wouldn't say I'm not being positive, but I'm not being, like, in my head I'm happy, but my face might be saying a complete different story. So I'll just vibe on my own, because I don't want to chill with my mum and then for her to think, sheesh, she's in a mood. Like, I will not be in a mood. I'll just be taking a moment to myself, just relaxing, but my face will just do what it does. How do you know Zion? To be fair, I don't know how to say his second name. He's a YouTuber. I'm sure whoever's watching, you know who it is. Zion Foresythe? Okay. No, I don't know him personally. I've never met him. I've never had a conversation with him. Yeah, I swear he lives in London anyways. But I mean, I wouldn't mind getting to know him. Let any horny in your DMs. I'm not gonna say that word. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna lie. There is people in my DMs, but half of them are on requests. Because you know when you get them messages that are like they're sending bear emojis and the weird ones as well. I was thinking, are you alright? Like, do you speak to your mum like that? But half of the messages I don't reply. How many weeks would it take for you to settle down? I think if I was even considering settling down, it would take me more than a few weeks. Currently I'm in no fit position to even think about, like, oh yeah, I want to get in a relationship, I want to have babies, I want to get married. No, I'm far from that. I've not done half of the stuff that I want to do in my life. And even if I was at the correct age and had everything, well, the majority of everything that I wanted, and was happy in a relationship, it would still take me a good few weeks to even consider it, like to even deep it that much. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. What is your dream job? To be fair, I don't really have a dream job. Currently I'm just looking to be a primary school teacher, or if that flops, then being an anaesthetist. However, if them two go south, then I wouldn't mind being in music videos, but don't get it twisted. I don't want to be in none of the music videos that are crazy. If not music videos, then maybe being an influencer. I kind of like that idea. So yeah. Can you drive? No, I cannot drive. I haven't tried, so I don't actually know if I can or cannot. But I mean, I hope I can. Like, because it gets me mad, them interpretations that boys seem to have that all girls can't drive. Like, just because a few girls have like messed up in the past, it doesn't mean you have to tarnish all girls with the same brush. Like, I'm not being funny, but the majority of the crashes have come from male drivers, and you don't see girls going out saying, oh, boy drivers are trash. Like, no. I mean, I get where you're coming from, that maybe, I don't know, you must believe that girls shouldn't drive. I mean, as me, I wouldn't mind not driving all the time, but I just think that opinion, it is opinion. Like, I'm not saying you're not entitled to your own opinion, but I just think it's a bit, yeah. I think that'll be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, whoever did watch. If you can, could you please subscribe and hit the like button? I'd really appreciate it. And if you can as well, could you share this to your friends, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your cousins? And yeah, I'll see you all on my next video. Bye.